It helps also in our driving. So turn on the radio if you can. Sing. Who knows how to sing here? Or who sings? Jennifer is a good singer. Yeah, so you can sing. You know how to whistle? I don't know how to whistle, so I don't know how to whistle, but it's good to whistle. Talk to yourself. You know, have you ever traveled with you boarded a vehicle as a passenger or a bus or a car? Have you not heard people saying, start talking to the driver so that he doesn't fall asleep? You have heard that. So it's natural. It's natural. People sleep. Are we together? People sleep behind the wheel. So even without training, people know that somebody can sleep, isn't it? So since we know all these things, they can help us. That's why we should force ourselves. Because of this research, when I'm driving, I've been forcing myself to do things I'm not supposed to do, you know. I'll just force myself talking. It's the knowledge that is working, but it has worked. It's not good for you to lose control.
What's up? When you get to that stage of forcing yourself to do, I know you can hear me, but let me see this. So, forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do while driving to control fatigue. Now, I understand that when you start forcing yourself to do those things, which means your system is already telling you that this is coming. You are being stressed or fatigue has set in. It is time to have maybe a nap or take some rest. To my own opinion, or the way it's supposed to be. When you start having that feeling and forcing yourself to do, because you know these things are coming, maybe the sleep is coming. For a driver to start forcing himself to do those things, meaning where he was at the spot where he started doing that, maybe it's not safe for the driver to park and rest. Because on my own opinion, if I find myself in such situation and it is safe for me to park, instead of forcing myself, the moment I feel it is safe to park, just like the video we saw, you can just just pull over and have that nap for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then continue. Because sometimes you feel when you start forcing yourself to do that thing, nature will always defeat that. Before you know, the next thing is, just like the other video too, they just found himself inside the river and the family are already inside.
Yes, it's a wise, it's a hand there.
In our item number 8, well, we are talking about 1930. The situation whereby somebody will have a total rest. And when you play the music, the brain is not more longer relaxing because the attention of the brain will be captured by the music, thereby making the brain to be working towards listening that music. In that situation, we can't tell somebody is having a total rest. So therefore, there is something wrong with that very particular person trying to manage fatigue, because the brain is working at that moment. That's my take on that.
Okay. To add to what Nora said, some people actually sleep with noise. Like that is when they actually rest.
Okay, my take from this is this. Managing fatigue. These are steps you can take to not to get to that stage of being fatigued. You ensure good flow of the air while driving. These are steps to take not to get to that point that you are feeling sleepy. But by the time you get to that point, doing all this, it may not work. You need to park and rest. But if you have started with this while on the journey, you know what is good for you. There are different options. Do the one that suits you best. But once you get to that fatigue point, there is no other solution than to park, have that few minutes rest, and then continue your journey. Except for the point that Solo raised, that if you are not in a place that is safe for you to park, then you still have to cover certain distance. You may have to enjoy a bit. Some of these things can still help at least to manage it to a point.
I want to talk on the talking. First part, because maybe you are talking, you and someone in the front are talking or the back, and there is distraction. And the fatigue, I'm not talking about the fatigue now, I'm talking about the distraction of, as you are driving, you are talking, you forgot that you are driving, you are just talking. You said talking can still help. What about that?
I think I can agree with the fact that singing or playing a radio does assist in preventing possible fatigue. Because I can remember those days that we used to travel 300 kilometers with my colleague Mike. We traveled together. I myself might have slept off, but Mike would just be playing that music and journey continues. What type of music? No, the Nigerian music now.
The truth is, we cannot debate for it. We know that we are saying that people should not rest because of music or what. But we are telling you that what we are doing is how to manage the situation. A journey that you are not playing music or you are not chatting with someone, you see that once you are a little bit fatigued, it can easily, and you could not, there is no room for you to park at that moment. There's tendency that it will lead to disaster more or earlier than when you are listening to music or you still have someone to chat on. That apart from that, even if I'm traveling on a public transport, I love sitting in the front. It's not because of the two things. Once I know that maybe the journey has gone a little bit this thing, I will just chat up with the driver. This is your car. It's not because of anything. I don't want to know that it's still alert. Because once you are driving and everybody in the car or the car is asleep, there are some people, the nature is when people are sleeping beside them, they connect. The way they connect with the network is bad. That's why you see some people they don't like it. They would want to see there someone in their body sleeping, they will tell you they don't like people sleeping here. I want someone who's awake. You have to go back. So there are a lot of things, different school for different food. The best thing is to park when you are fatigued. But there's some situations that you have, there will be no chance. There was a time I was traveling and I was hoping I was coming from a bear. In fact, it was my own dad's bear. In series of meters and I'm telling my sisters, I've been fatigued right from the beat. I was managing it. I was going, at the time my sister would say, oh, you park and look for it.
Microphone. Okay. I have to tell them that no,
I will do it.
it's something like that. But between Ibadan and Lagos,
I was seeing it as
is it how many kilometers? Is it 130 or this thing? But I knew the hair like pass through them. That party, I have to all music, I have to learn music just to keep myself to okay. Where I can, because when I was feeling fatigued, it was jungle. Let me tell people that have been telling me to relax and sit. I said, don't worry. I will now look. I want to park. Park inside. So the music at times it will still sustain you, but it's not advisable. But if you get that situation, music or talking to someone is better.
So, my name is Victor. I'm just joining. And Mr. Wilson, you know, there's something you missed out. The music you're playing, how are you playing it? One. Then we shouldn't forget the fact that there's a type of singing you can also do in this distraction. Don't forget that one. That's the part down.
What you are saying? Yes. When Mr. Victor, Mr. Victor, you can use Mr. Victor's app. You always tell me, Mr. Victor always plays music very loud. Very loud. And you tell me, and children will sing. But I don't want to know a single word inside the music. But I play it just to keep me alert. So different so for different. Me, if I play music, I just play the music to be audible. It just makes me to, I think I'll be writing up. I will know, not that I will be distracted or, but you see some people who will never be engrossed in it, singing from line to line, I don't buy that. But just to be making a sound in your head that will keep you alive at that moment.
It's wonderful contribution. You know, when we talk about fatigue, like here, you know, this is a cause. It's not something, it's not an opinion, but it is a subject that was created out of experiments, experimental findings, okay? And one of the examples I can give is that I asked a question. I asked a question to the class to say, have you ever ridden a vehicle, you're on the vehicle and people are saying, can you start talking to the driver so that he doesn't fall asleep? You remember that? Why do people come with such opinions? Why do people, almost everyone has been in that situation, right? So, you will not start and let us. Yes, it's not, yes, that's right. This one, mine. Yeah, it's gone. It's not charging. I don't know if it is the maybe the extension, yes. I don't know. I always face this problem here. Even that other laptop here will not charge. In accurate prediction, how can we do that? When we go back to this, it can show us how we can.
So you must say drums. Hi. How good? Oh, you are. Hi, mate. Wait. Oh, I thought we got last one. Yes? Yeah. Yeah, top run. I'll have to go on. At 2 in the morning. I love you. Wow.
You also play the music, eh?
Talk to me now.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm tired.
The moment you see somebody starting, trying to stretch himself while driving. You see how serious what we are talking about is. Fatigue killed the couple. might delay and make inaccurate prediction. What else? Your actions are often abrupt and uncoordinated when you are tired. You might drive faster or slower than normal. What speedometer was it when you crashed? Huh? What do they cause? They cause accidents, they cause collisions. They cause crash. Okay, let me explain about accidents and collision. You know, in truck driving terminologies, we don't use the words everyone else uses. We've got our own words, okay? There's a difference between accident and the collision. They are all clashes. But now, what is an accident? What is a collision? And what is the difference? So, in truck driving terminologies, when they say an accident is something which happens without anyone contributing to its occurrence. Are we together? When you have your vehicle which is perfect, you have all the indicators working, you have the brakes functioning properly, but when you go, that good tire, the brand new tire that you put on the truck, you didn't even hit any object, you just hear a tire burst. Did you contribute to that? It's an accident because it happened without your contribution. Are we together? Now,
sorry sir.
Yes.
A bus tire, do we look at that one as accident?
Car. The back tire.
Yeah, the block tire.
It depends. It depends. Look, you know that your tires are bad. Your tires are all out. And then you start driving that vehicle. When that on-out tire bursts, is it an accident? It's a collision because you have contributed to it. Are we together? Like somebody is cutting a tree with an axe, cutting a tree. You go and back your truck right under that tree, and then it falls on you. Can you go in an accident? You knew this tree, the action that the other man is doing will make the tree fall, and that tree will fall on your vehicle. How can it be an accident? Even insurance will just say, excuse me, go to hell. So now, you park a truck under the tree because it's hot. Now the years of that tree has come to an end and it falls on your truck. Is it a collision? It's an accident. Nobody expected that. Though we know trees fall, but did we know it will fall on that day? Are we seeing that? Your truck? Yes.
Okay, so sir, based on what STM Abdulaziz said, so are we saying each time we analyze an accident, maybe during investigative findings, and we discover that it is not of human factor, just like for the issue of the tires, you know fully well that these tires are bad. You pass through the post-trip inspection, they didn't recommend you to change it, and you embark on your journey. And while on the journey, an incident happened. incident happened as a result of the tire. That everybody knew that this tire is a bad one. So that one now will call it a collision.